naval warfare and special units, tactical brilliance, and combat capabilities. The Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, employed highly effective and unconventional tactics during the Sri Lankan Civil War. Their naval warfare capabilities, led by the Sea Tigers and elite specialized units like the Black Tigers, reshaped modern asymmetric warfare. Formed in the 1980s, the Sea Tigers were an unconventional naval force focused on hit-and-run tactics, suicide boats, and fast attack craft. They disrupted Sri Lanka's naval operations with lightning-fast strikes and a focus on low-cost, high-impact attacks. The Sea Tigers' most infamous tactic involved suicide boats loaded with explosives to target larger Sri Lankan vessels, sinking or damaging many key ships and significantly hindering Sri Lanka's naval capabilities. The Black Tigers, formed in 1982, were the LTTE's elite suicide commando unit. They carried out high-profile assassinations and suicide attacks against military targets, political leaders, and infrastructure. Notable for their courage, the Black Tigers became a symbol of the LTTE's commitment, executing attacks such as the assassination. Their operations were designed to cause maximum damage, both physically and psychologically, to the enemy. The LTTE's Charles Anthony Brigade was an elite infantry unit specializing in guerrilla warfare and urban combat. They were a key force in ground battles, utilizing ambushes and other unconventional strategies. Additionally, LTTE intelligence units played a crucial role in gathering information, infiltrating enemy ranks, and executing sabotage missions. The LTTE's tactics have influenced modern warfare, particularly among smaller, non-state actors. The Sea Tigers' maritime guerrilla tactics and the Black Tigers' suicide missions reshaped how insurgent groups approach both naval and ground warfare, leaving a lasting impact on military strategies worldwide. The LTTE's specialized units, particularly the Sea Tigers and Black Tigers, demonstrated how unconventional tactics could disrupt a much larger, more powerful military force. Their combat strategies have left a significant legacy in asymmetric warfare, highlighting the effectiveness of innovation and determination in the face of every odds. The Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, demonstrated significant military capabilities during the Sri Lankan Civil War, notably in battles such as the Second Battle of Elephant Pass and through the operations of their naval wing, the Sea Tigers. Second Battle of Elephant Pass. In April 2000, the LTTE launched Operation Unceasing Waves 3, aiming to seize control of the strategic Elephant Pass, which connects the Jaffna Peninsula to the mainland. The offensive commenced on December 11, 1999, with seaborne landings at Vetalangkerni, east of Elephant Pass. The LTTE employed a combination of artillery bombardments and ground assaults, effectively breaching Sri Lankan army defenses. A critical moment in the battle was the capture of the Iyakachi military base, which supplied fresh water to the Elephant Pass garrison. The loss of this vital resource compelled the Sri Lankan forces to withdraw, leading to the LTTE's capture of the Elephant Pass base on April 22, 2000. This victory was a significant strategic and symbolic achievement for the LTTE. Sea Tigers' naval strength. The LTTE's naval force, known as the Sea Tigers, was established to challenge the Sri Lankan Navy's control over coastal and maritime regions. The Sea Tigers developed a range of vessels, including gunboats, equipped with multiple outboard engines and armed with machine guns and grenade launchers. These boats utilized swarm tactics to engage larger naval vessels. Explosive boats. Designed for suicide missions, these light fiberglass boats were used to ram into enemy ships, causing significant damage. Low-profile vessels. Built for stealth, these boats had a minimal radar signature, making them difficult to detect. The Sea Tigers also operated larger merchant vessels for smuggling equipment and supplies. Between March 2003 and October 2007, the Sri Lankan Navy destroyed 10 of these vessels, disrupting the LTTE's supply lines. Additionally, the Sea Tigers developed improvised naval mines and crewed submersibles, including semi-submersibles based on narco-sub designs. Their personnel strength was estimated between 2,000 to 3,000, with both men and women serving in various capacities, including as boat operators and naval commandos. Through these strategic military operations and innovations, the LTTE established itself as a formidable force during the conflict in Sri Lanka. The Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, had two notable military wings: the Sea Tigers. The Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, were one of the most organized insurgent groups in modern history, operating in Sri Lanka from the late 1970s until their defeat in 2009. While they were primarily known for their guerrilla warfare and suicide bombings, they also developed naval and air wings that played a significant role in their military strategy. Two of the most remarkable LTTE units were the Sea Tigers and the Air Tigers, both of which were highly unconventional for a non-state militant organization. The Sea Tigers were the LTTE's naval force, responsible for conducting maritime warfare against the Sri Lankan Navy, SLN. They were formed in the late 1980s and became one of the most effective insurgent naval units in history. Speedboat tactics. The Sea Tigers used small, high-speed boats to launch hit-and-run attacks on Sri Lankan naval vessels. They often traveled in swarms to overwhelm larger warships. Black Sea Tigers. This elite division carried out suicide boat attacks, similar to the tactics used by kamikaze pilots in World War II. These small boats were packed with explosives and targeted SLN ships. Underwater capabilities. The LTTE experimented with mini-submarines, frogmen, and underwater explosives to attack enemy ships and harbors. Amphibious landings. The Sea Tigers were responsible for transporting fighters between coastal strongholds, often using surprise amphibious assaults. International smuggling. The unit also played a crucial role in smuggling weapons, fuel, and supplies using cargo ships that blended in as merchant vessels. The Sea Tigers were highly effective, often outmaneuvering the Sri Lankan Navy despite being outgunned. However, by the mid-2000s, increased naval blockades and airstrikes severely weakened their operations, leading to their collapse during the final stages of the war. The Air Tigers were the LTTE's air wing, a rare feature among insurgent groups. They first appeared in 2007 and conducted a series of daring air raids using small, modified aircraft. Key features of the Air Tigers: light aircraft usage. The Air Tigers primarily used Zlin Z-143 aircraft, which were small, Czechoslovakian-made propeller planes. These planes were smuggled in parts and assembled in LTTE-controlled areas. Stealthy night raids. They launched nighttime bombing missions against Sri Lankan military bases, avoiding radar detection due to their small size and low altitude. Psychological warfare. The Air Tigers' ability to strike deep inside government territory created panic, forcing Sri Lanka to invest heavily in air defense systems. Limited firepower. Despite their success, the Air Tigers had limited weaponry, mostly dropping small bombs. They were not equipped for direct air combat against the Sri Lankan Air Force. Final stand in 2009. As the war neared its end, The Air Tigers attempted a suicidal last attack on Colombo. 2 aircraft were shot down before reaching their targets, effectively marking the end of the LTTE's air capabilities. The Sea Tigers and Air Tigers were unique among insurgent groups, showing the LTTE's ability to operate beyond traditional guerrilla tactics. While they were eventually defeated, their tactics continue to be studied by military strategists worldwide. Despite their military ingenuity, the LTTE's violent campaign led to immense suffering, and their eventual downfall marked the end of the Sri Lankan Civil War. Continue to be studied by military strategists worldwide. Despite their military ingenuity, the LTTE's violent campaign led to immense suffering, and their eventual downfall marked the end of the Sri Lankan Civil War in 2009.